The old mansion at the edge of town had been abandoned for decades. Windows boarded, doors locked, and yet, every night, flickering lights could be seen through the cracks. Nobody dared go near it except me. I was a documentary filmmaker, drawn to stories the town wanted to forget. Abigail, the locals whispered, she died here, and she never left. I laughed nervously as I set up my camera in the grand, dusty hall, the wood creaking beneath my feet. The air was heavy with the smell of decay. Shadows danced on the walls as my flashlight cut through the darkness. Then I heard it, a soft, melodic humming. It wasn't coming from me. Abigail? I whispered, trying to sound braver than I felt. The humming stopped. Silence pressed against my ears. I thought it was just my imagination until I saw the reflection in the broken mirror, a pale little girl standing behind me, her black hair hanging in wet clumps, eyes too wide for her face. Don't go, she said, her voice trembling yet sharp. I stumbled back, tripping over a fallen chair. I'm just filming. I won't hurt you. She tilted her head, staring at me, and then suddenly vanished. My heart pounded. I told myself it was a trick of the mirrors, the shadows, the old house playing games. But then the whispers started. Low, urgent, like 1,000 voices trapped in the walls. Abigail. Abigail, come play. The temperature dropped. My breath became visible in the icy air. The floorboards groaned, and I realized I was no longer alone. Every shadow seemed to shift toward me, gathering like smoke. I ran toward the exit, but the door slammed shut on its own. My flashlight flickered and died. I was in total darkness, with only the sound of tiny feet moving closer. A small hand gripped my ankle, icy and strong. I screamed, kicking, but it was too late. The room flooded with cold light, and there she was, Abigail, hovering a few inches above the floor, her eyes hollow, her mouth stretched into a permanent, silent scream. Stay, she whispered. And then I understood, she didn't want me to leave because she was lonely, but she didn't want anyone else to live either. The next morning, the locals found my camera outside the mansion. The footage was intact, showing me entering the house, and then nothing. My face never appeared again. But in the corner of every frame, behind the shadows, a small figure with black hair and wide eyes stared silently at the lens. And every night, the faint humming returned.